What's up guys, my name is HJ and today I'm bringing you some news that I think will excite a lot of you, and that is that True Blue has announced that Big Ant will be releasing Rugby League Live 3 on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One and on Steam in 2015. Now personally, this is really exciting for me. I haven't been able to play Rugby League games since I got rid of my PlayStation 3 for the PlayStation 4, and just seeing some of the things that they've brought out in this media release, as well as seeing some of the early beta screenshots, and I really do hope that they are early beta screenshots because, let's face it, they're not the greatest quality. I'm really looking forward to this game, and I really hope that they've made some good improvements from Rugby League Live 2. Anyway, I'm going to get into a bit about what the release said, and I'm just going to go over some of the points that they've made that they think have improved in Rugby League Live 3. So basically, in True Blue's press release, they have stated that we have been listening to the fans and believe that Rugby League Live 3 will deliver them the ultimate video game experience of the greatest game of all, Rugby League. The NRL have also provided some input in this statement, saying that they're proud to be associated with True Blue Entertainment in bringing the market the most anticipated Rugby League video game to date, which I find very believable. Honestly, people have been flocking around Rugby League video games since it was kind of brought out with the first Rugby League game, and particularly with Rugby League Live 2, there was a lot of hype around it. Now I'm going to get into some of the features that they have announced in this press release, and basically we're going to start off. There has been an improved career mode, and there is a Be a Pro mode in this game. That really excites me. I love Be a Pro modes in plenty of games, FIFA, NBA in particular. Don Bradman, Big Ant did really well. And in this you will be able to take a forward or back through the ranks of an under-20s team into a full professional squad. I'm really excited about that. I don't know how they're going to quite implement it. Obviously there's got to be some sort of rating system to determine how well you're playing, but I'd like to know how they're going to basically work in the fact that you're one player on an entire team. There are going to be points in the game obviously where you won't be doing much, so I'd like to know how they work around that. They've also included a vastly improved instant replay system, which includes super slow-mo and user-defined camera placement, which gets right into the action. Basically, I'm not really a fan of using instant replays unless something really spectacular happens, and I'm not too fussed about them, but for some of you who may be more into going over what you've played, seeing some of your tries, some of your goals, it's a really good thing to have this in there, and I think that it's probably one of the most needed upgrades for this series. One of the major improvements that they've outlined in this release has been enhanced online play, including filtering by locality in online tournaments, which was a major problem in Rugby League Live 2, where you would basically be put against somebody on the other side of the world, and it would be so frustrating because the lag was just unbearable, and it basically made Rugby League Live 2's online unplayable. There's going to be dynamic time of day lighting with full sun movement and a weather system which gives you dusk to night progress and mid-game rain. I'm not too fussed about that either. I think it's a good inclusion. It's one of the little things that kind of adds to the game, but I really think that they need to work around getting the core game engine sorted out before they move into this kind of thing. Obviously, with a new release, there are going to be all the 2014 and 2015 rule changes and updates to current 2015 rosters and team uniforms. Obviously, it's what you would expect. I don't know how far they're going to go into the 2015 season in terms of roster updates, but the team uniforms, I really hope that they include the Auckland 9 team uniforms in there because I love those jerseys. But yeah, that's basically what they've got done for that. Now, this one really intrigued me. They say that there's going to be over 100 teams from rugby league competitions around the world, including the NRL, Super League, Holden Cup, and more. Now, basically, the NRL and Holden Cup put together, that's 32 teams. The Super League has 14. That's 46 teams. That means there's over 54 more teams to be added into the game. Obviously, you've got New South Wales and Queensland, City, Country, Australia, England, New Zealand, and probably, I would assume, your Exiles team over in the Super League. Basically, there's a lot more teams to be added, and I'd like to know where they're coming from. Obviously, there will be a few more international teams, I would assume, but in terms of minor competitions, obviously I think that there would be one over in England to accommodate the Be a Pro mode, but I think that this is going to be really fun, being able to play with so many teams, and obviously influencing the Be a Pro mode. I think it's going to be really great. They're also implementing a new experience system where you can earn badges and experience both online and offline to rise to the top of the leaderboards. I wasn't fussed about that in Rugby League Live 2 or Donald Bradman cricket. It's just not something that interests me. I play for the fun of playing, not trying to get to the top of the leaderboard. But for some of you who may be a bit more competitive, may want to be on top of that leaderboard, I'd like to know how they've implemented this and what the ratio is between online and offline play, whether it would be the same experience for the same things, or whether it would vary depending on what kind of games you were playing. There's also a fan hub player sharing, basically like Don Bradman Cricket with the Academy. You get to share players across all the supported platforms of the game, and you also get to create your own players, your teams as well. I think that this is really good. I love how they've implemented this in Don Bradman. It allowed for so much more diversity in what people made, what people played with, and I think it's going to do a lot for Rugby League Live 3 as well. For any of you who have a PC that are capable, or have a Steam account basically with a computer capable of running decent graphics, you should definitely check this out. I reckon it would be really good to get an insight, first of all, into how well the editing system is done and how far you can go into it, but also apparently it's showing hints of what several players' overall attributes may actually be. So if you have a PC, I highly recommend that you go and download the Fan Hub player sharing. It's completely free. All you have to do is type in Rugby League Live 3 into Steam. Finally, there is a dynamic tackling system. Basically, you can fend and break your way through tackles, past multiple defenders, and you can use the new dynamic struggle and drag system to burst over the line to score, or alternatively drag people into touch. I'm really intrigued by that. I want to see how they've implemented this. I don't really expect the fend and break tackle to be too different from what we've already seen, but the struggle and drag system is something that we really haven't seen on any rugby league or rugby union games before now. So I'd love to see how they've implemented this. And yeah, basically that's all from the press release. Overall, I'm really excited about the game. What you've been seeing in the background are early beta screenshots of the game. As I said earlier, I really hope that they are early, as in first few months of development, because they're pretty poor in terms of graphical quality, and I really do expect more from the full game, but I'm still really excited about it nonetheless. So until next time, guys, my name is HJ. Subscribe, like, I will be doing everything Rugby League Live 3 on this channel. You saw it with Rugby League Live 2, same thing's going to be happening here, except there will be more about the facts rather than hearsay this time around. Until next time, goodbye.